short answers to your small business questions. Hello, good day. My name is Rick Ed. And the question that we're looking at today is, how do I change my business profit into cash? This is a dilemma for a lot of businesses. You will frequently hear people saying, I'm making good sales, but I don't have any cash. Where is the cash? Why don't I have cash? Well, the answer is simple. Because, in business terms, sales is not the same thing as profit, and profit is not the same thing as cash. Let me try to explain this. If you want cash out of your business, there are two things you need to do. First of all, you need to make sure that your customers are paying you. And second of all, you need to reduce your expenses. And these are the two topics of this talk today. First of all, we're going to look at how you get your customers to pay you. Well, a sale becomes money or cash when and only when your customer pays for their purchase. So you need to consider two things. When you're making a large sale, ensure that they give you a deposit up front and that they make progress payments as you deliver. If it's a small sale, get cash with the sale, or at least do not give them more than 30 days to pay you. And then how do you reduce your expenses to increase your available cash? Well, first of all, let's look at what a sale consists of. And we're going to do this in terms of both products and services. So if you're selling a physical thing or you're selling your services, the same rules apply. There are 5 components to the selling price. You have to produce the product using something, materials, equipment, labor, ingredients, what the accountants call cost of sales, and what we're calling the costs to make the product. And those will vary depending on how many products you make. But there is also the variable costs, those costs in your business that change every month, like your electricity account. And of course, you also have fixed costs. Your rent is the same every month. And then, when you make a sale, SARS expects you to pay tax. So tax is one of your costs. And then finally, you have your profit, the money that is left over after you have invoiced your client and all of the expenses have been paid. But that invoiced profit is not necessarily cash because you haven't been paid yet. So, your profit is what is left over in your business after all your expenses have been paid. Let's have a look at this very simple example. If you take the invoice sales, in other words, you've made sales and you've invoiced customers, if you take from that the amount that it costs you to make the product or the service that you're selling. When you subtract that from the invoice sales, you're left with what is called gross profit. When you subtract from your gross profit your variable expenses and your fixed expenses for the month, you're left with your net profit. But of course, we said we still have to pay tax. So your tax is calculated on your net profit before tax. Subtract your tax from your net profit and you're left with your net profit after tax. That is your spendable money. That's the money that belongs to your business, and that is the money that you can use to spend on yourself in the form of a dividend, or that you can use to invest in the business. But you can also increase the amount of spendable money that you get in your business. One of the ways to do that is to increase the selling price of your product, but you may be unwilling to do that. Another way would be to reduce your expenses. So the spendable money can be increased by reducing expenses like the cost of sales or the cost of the goods or ingredients used to make your product, and also by reducing your variable costs, so your monthly expenses like electricity. And once you've done that, the money that you have left over, that's your spendable money. You can reinvest it into your business to grow your business, perhaps buying equipment or hiring staff or getting larger space to rent. Or if you don't need to do that, you can spend the money on yourself. You can give yourself that spendable money. It's called a dividend. I hope you found this presentation useful. And if you did, please watch the others in the series. Also, share them with other people. You will find the courses at DoBetter.Business useful because they go into more depth on this topic. I wish you a very successful business. Thank you. Goodbye.